Hi, everyone. I'm recording this for the new year, 2025 to 2026. Hi, everyone. I'm sharing a practice today inspired by moving from one year into the next because New Year's Eve of 2025 is tomorrow. And this practice can be applied to moving from one day to the next, or from one moment to the next, or even just to regulate your nervous system and connect with your sense of self and your sense of interconnection with other beings, with the world and the universe beyond your body. This is a somatic meditation on the in-betweens. We'll start by connecting with the we'll start by connecting with cellular awareness. The fluid movement that exchanges between us and those around us, the spaces in between our bodies and other beings around us, the spaces between the cells in our own body and the different organs in our own body, the space in outer space, the space between the stars, the space between the days, the space between the breaths. I invite you to join me by first tuning in to, and in order to connect with the spaces in between, it's really helpful to have a sense of our own selves, our own here-ness. I love to do this by connecting with cellular awareness. So each cell in our body has a membrane that is porous and relates to what's around and what's inside. And you can bring your hands um, into a sort of open ball shape in front of you without your fingers touching to get a sense of like a sphere that is porous and breathing. And you can close your eyes while you do this and see what it's like to breathe and let your hands kind of move out and in with your breathing. Really feel into this sense of a alive, porous container that you're touching, merging with in your palms and your fingers. Fluid going in to the sphere, fluid going out through the soft membrane. And as you're breathing with your hands holding a cell shape, you might begin to feel like your whole body can be that cell. So you're breathing out into the membrane of your whole body, like you are one entity, one cell. You might hear my dog's breath. He's relaxing with us too, really snoring away now. So, breathing and feeling yourself as one big cell. You can let your arms and hands rest if you'd like. Feeling your breath move in every direction out to the skin of you, out and in. Starting to feel yourself like there's this fluid breath connection moving from inside to outside of your body, outside to inside. And of course, we're breathing through our nose and our mouths, but you can imagine and sense as though you're breathing through your back, through your belly, through your sides. One simple whole being, one cell. What is it like now to tune into the um, the fluid movement, to kind of enter into that flow and see what it's like to become that fluid and move out into the space beyond you? Is it possible? You might, as I'm doing, kind of begin to move your arms out into space. Like, can you tune into a flow that is outside of your, like just beyond your body, reaching, curving, swirling, eddying. I love to use my fingers and hands and arms as a way to tune into different kinds of movements and fluid sensation. So, moving my arms, if you want to join me in that, or you can just sense and visualize a flow that's outside of your body, that's moving out into space. And perhaps sometimes flowing back in to the inner cavity of the membrane of your skin, tuning into the swirls and the ripples and the flows inside your body again. And enjoying that for as long as you'd like. Until perhaps you enter back into the space around you again. And this is a meditation of sensing exploration that you could take in some different directions. Like you could imagine and sense this flow of movement moving between the trees, moving between the people out in the world around you, out into the space between the stars. Or you can really simply stay with the sensation of movement just beyond your skin and body and just inside of your skin and body. See where it takes you today. If you start to feel like overwhelmed or disconnected, you come back to simply breathing and feeling the three-dimensionality of breath moving inside and out to the edges of your body. I invite you to continue with this as long as you'd like, or come back to it um, in moments throughout your day. And my New Year's blessing for you, or if you're listening to this at a different time of year, my moving from one moment to the next blessing for you is that we can inhabit the in-between spaces with fullness, with a sense of relaxed, spacious expansion, with a sense of here-ness, not needing to achieve anything great to be able to deserve admission into the next moment, the next year, the next day. There's always this kind of multi-directional flow going on that's mirrored in our biology and in the movement of um, all things in the world and the universe. And so might it be with things that matter to us deeply in our lives. Thanks so much for joining me today.